Alright, now this is the part that I find fun. Artwork. This Neo Geo SNK inspired Fatal Fury special piece of artwork here. This was a custom piece using the existing Fatal Fury special artwork. I redid all the text and arrows and things on it. They were low resolution. And of course here we've got the Street Fighter Champion Edition one. And today we're going to go on these things. Alright, they were painted up. The edges here, a bit of white, easily fixed with a marker. So we'll just use our marker to get rid of the white stuff on the side here. Beautiful, look at that. Okay, now it was just a matter of cutting the square out of the middle of the artwork. That was going to be tricky, but got some pins. With the pins we were going to make holes. Wherever the holes were, that was where my line was going to be. Now it was time to cut from hole to hole, and here we go. Check this out. Halfway there. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together, look at that. Check out my cutting board. So again, the edges to the artworks here, they had a bit of that white treatment on the side as well. So what do? Match up the colors, get a bit of marker action out. Not too much because the marker bleeds over. And white stripe gone, as you can see. No more white stripes. Time to put pins on the second piece here, which is the Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition artwork, which is underneath. And here we go, time to cut it up. Now this was the idea I had to kind of keep the artwork from moving around while I glued it. Piece of wood and a little bit of weight. So I was going to glue the bottom part first and then the top part. Why? Because I was using spray glue, and my experience with spray adhesive or spray glue in the past hasn't been all that good. I didn't want to take any chances this time, so here we go. And check that out, after a day, it's nice and solid. Now time to glue the other side. And beautiful, there's our board, there's our artwork. Now of course this is custom artwork that I did that was based on the original Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition artwork. The original artwork was just grey. I think it gives it a custom touch, and it reminds me a lot more of the cabinets that I was around as a kid. And here we go, some of the bad artwork on the side of this thing. That's part of the charm. And I got rid of the names of the bosses on the top because they had the spelling mistake as well with Balrog. Balrog looking a bit too dark there, but again that's a charm of the artwork on these old cabinets, you know. The artwork is terrible. Here we've got the SNK artwork that I worked on. A bit of artwork here, sketches from Real Bout Fatal Fury in the background. The original Fatal Fury special character list down here. I rewrote every move set, repositioned every arrow on there just to make it clearer, because originally it was a low resolution picture. Here we go, more artwork. Now we've got the Bad Dudes artwork. As you can see, the measurements didn't quite match up. Now, when I got this printed out, it was at the proper measurements and I wasn't supposed to hack away any of the artwork. But as you can see here, the kind people at the printing place didn't exactly print it to the proper size, so I lose a chunk, look at that, of the artwork on each of these things. Thankfully, we don't lose too much, so the artwork is still workable. I mean, look at that. Vigilante. Losing quite a bit there again, but it's cool. Double Dragon 2, we lost a heap of that. And the Final Fight artwork. So I spray glued the artworks to their boards and gave them the appropriate time to dry. I had to use this buddy, my old friend Super Glue, because after a few days this supposed adhesive spray wears off. So what once looked like it was glued on perfectly starts to peel. A bit of super glue on a piece of paper, just insert it underneath like this, push the paper down, and sure enough you've repaired your artwork. As for using this adhesive spray ever again, well, they can get stuffed. And here we go, our boards. So what I did was, the boards are reversible. You can change them on the arcade cabinet. You can swap them around. There's a piece of artwork on one side and a piece of artwork on the other side. And this is what they ended up looking like in the end, and I was quite happy, you know. Now the marquee here is very reminiscent of the old Neo Geo cabinets. I just wanted it to be in the same sort of style. I wasn't going for an authentic look or something that was just like the Neo Geo. I think it's more of a tribute to the Neo Geo cabinets, and I wasn't specifically focusing on just Neo Geo games. Now these particular games, I've got memories of them. I remember playing Vigilante back when it was a brand new game in a fish and chip shop just up the road from my grandparents' house. Bad Dudes, that was one of the first beat 'em up games that I got on my family's Amstrad CPC computer back in the day. I also made a blue Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition marquee. We'll be showing that one later on. It goes with the Champion Edition artwork that we saw earlier.